bro, I am done with dates. 1919 it was Rollet Act, France become republic. Else was there in 1918. I have a surprise for you. SST is very easy until the dates start attacking you like rapid fire. 1919 it was Rollet Act and against it Satyagraha started. 1917 it was Champaran, 1918 Kheda, but I forget what else was there in 1918. Moving to nationalism in Europe, 1789 it was French Revolution, 1848 France become republic, and so many dates out here. Suddenly your brain realized that bro, I am done with dates. Is this what's happening with you? To my dear students, don't worry. Welcome on the platform Deeksha Vedantu. This is your SST faculty Tanvi Ma'am, and today we are going to talk about some simple science-based strategy and something very interesting. For today, I have a surprise for you so that you can learn all those dates which you are forgetting. Whenever you find difficult marking up dates, whenever you find that it is ratification, it's giving you stress, then this time this video is for you to all my dear students of class 10. So we know that SST is a subject which is particularly very engaging in terms of marks. Right? It is a high weighted subject which can help you to increase your percentage in your final exams, but the major difficulty is to remember all those never ending dates. But don't worry, because we are talking about tips and tricks to remember all those dates in SST. So, whenever the word dates come in our mind now, it's not only SST, rather the majority is of history. We have ample of chapters in history. We have rise of nationalism in Europe, India, print culture, global world, and all 4 chapters have so many dates, right? It is the time in your class 10 preparation when you have less time. You're busy revising math, science, SST, Hindi, English, and many more in the list. So ma'am, how to manage it? The answer is this video. Follow the simple techniques and score full marks by not forgetting all those dates, and this video has a surprise for you too. So the first tip that you need to follow is story technique. Bacha, this is definitely going to work out. Like what happened when we start studying history, right? This is a movie. Play it in your mind, link all the subjects. Like Gandhi ji came in India in 1915. Sometimes what happened that the question will come that arrange the following in chronological order. And in that chronological order, the story begins with the Gandhi ji's entry in 1915. We know that. Right? The story is when Gandhiji came to India, he was not interested in that year to interfere in the political affairs. Rather, he took time and analyzed the situation of India to move further. So, okay, he took a leap. But after 1 year in 1917, there was Champaran Satyagraha. Now, what is the story of Champaran Satyagraha? Right? Then we have Kheda Satyagraha in 1918, and then we have again in 1918 Ahmedabad Satyagraha. Now link it with the story. Gandhiji came, then he went to Champaran, then he went to Kheda. Okay, make a map fast and make it in your mind. Play that in your mind. Similarly, let us talk about French Revolution. So what we know that the chapter Rise of Nationalism in Europe is something like switch on, switch off. There is a topic from French, then suddenly the topic from Germany. But can we make a story for all those events in French, that there was a French Revolution? Okay, people started revolution. Then the revolution government was formed. Got it. Then Napoleon came. Okay, conservatives were very much afraid of Napoleon. Then they came and Treaty of Vienna was done. So this is how play the story in your mind. Tip number 1. Now moving to tip number 2, that's timeline technique. Right? Very easy, very easy. Whenever you are reading the chapter, okay? Whenever you are reading the chapter of history, take a blank page. Okay, take a blank page like the number line you were studying when you were in class first or second. Similarly, you need to follow that. Take a blank page and draw a timeline that, okay, this was the event, first event that happened in the history of France, that is 1789 French Revolution. Then we know that in 1804 Napoleon passed a civil code. Okay, in 1815 there was Treaty of Vienna and Napoleon lost all the territories. So are you getting my point? Draw a timeline, paste it in front of your study table so that whenever you have a look at that paper, everything is like a story, like a timeline in your mind, playing like a movie. Did you got my point? And this really will help you for your exam preparation. Got my point? Now the third one, which is very important, that use patterns in date. Now what is this, ma'am? How can we use patterns in date? So what happened now? We will find a pattern when we are reading history. For example, like if we talk about, let us group the things. Jैसे for an example, let us talk about revolutionaries. Okay, so what we will do? We will name all those revolutionaries and their events and then the dates. So grouping itself is a pattern you need to follow. If we talk about nationalism in India, group the events as follows. Like we will talk about events. Okay, in that events, the first point is what Satyagraha was launched in history. So Satyagraha is a heading. Now name all those Satyagrahas which are listed in your book and write the dates. Okay, what you can do, we will start with the movements. Okay, if any such date is related to certain personalities, okay, so name them, give a pattern to your history, right? Divide it into subtopics, write it in your copy and revise it again and again, because fourth point comes here, that revision daily will only be able to make you remember those dates. Because what happened, my dear students, whenever even I miss studying SST or history for a longer period of time, eventually all those dates go out of my mind, and this naturally happens with everyone. And for that only and only one point is revision. If you revise them after some 2 or 3 days, you will never forget those. Okay, that is the reason I am telling you, make a timeline, paste it in front of your study table so that whenever you start reading history, you have a look at that. Because when I was analyzing the previous year question paper, I have seen that from history, the chronological order things are repeating so much, and that place we get confused because they don't give you so easy questions. They give you questions in which you get confused and mark the wrong one, because they are testing you how you can become a topper. Got it? So I hope that you are guys going to follow this 4 tips. But now many students might be thinking that, ma'am, it's something end of November. We are marching towards December and we have our boards starting in February, and right now we are struggling with pre-boards. How can we follow this? How can we make story, timeline, etc.? So what do you think? Your teacher has not think about this? I have done, and the surprise is that I have prepared all the important dates for you, and you're going to grab it in the form of PDF just by clicking that link. Okay, starting with history, we know that there are 4 chapters: rise of nationalism in Europe, then nationalism in India, making of global world, print culture and the modern world. And do you know, there are 50 plus dates in all these 4 chapters, right? Collecting them, writing them all together, making a timeline is really difficult for all my students, and this is what I have prepared for you. Okay, so this is the chapter rise of nationalism in Europe, and we have list of events that happened and the dates written over here. You can take a printout of this and paste it in front of your study table and revise it whenever needed. For that, what you need to do, my dear students, you just need to join our WhatsApp channel. The link is given in description, right? The PDF is downloadable. Even in the first comment, we are going to pin that PDF that's totally for free, where you can avail all those important dates of history. Okay, but before that, let us have a look at this PDF, that how important it is. So talking about the rise of nationalism in Europe, we know that the first event that here is about a French artist making a painting, that's Frederick Sorrow, and it was in the year 1848. So see how I have connected it with the storyline that's given in your history book. Okay, so the chapter starts with 1848, Frederick Sorrow, French artist who was demanding what? He was not demanding, he was seeing a utopian vision of democratic, social and republic nation. Then we will talk about 1789, that's French Revolution, 1804, Napoleon Civil Code. We have 1815, when Napoleon was defeated by the group of conservators and Treaty of Vienna was signed. 1834, we have Custom Union of Zollverein. Giuseppe Mazzini was born in the year 1807. See how specific dates I have chosen so that we can have a long list of them. Belgium breaking away from United Kingdoms of Netherlands. This was in the year 1830. However, in 1832, there is Treaty of Constantinople, through which Greece became an independent nation. 1848, France become republic, and whenever I have added certain specific dates, this tells you that how important that date is. Okay. On 18th of May, again in the same year, that's 1848, Frankfurt Parliament was convened. So if you remember, the Frankfurt Parliament was convened by the group of German people demanding the unification of Germany, demanding to form a constitutional monarchy in Germany. Okay, however, that was a failure due to certain reasons. Then we have in 1867, Habsburg ruler granted more autonomy to Hungarians, and this one particularly this date we sometimes skip, but do you know, I was checking certain MCQs and this is being asked repetitively by our CBSE board. Okay, so you can see all these dates, analyze how question can come from here, make a timeline, revise it again and again, so that this will be helpful for you. I have done my part. Now it's the time that you should do it, right? Comment down right now that, ma'am, we are going to follow that because this will be helpful for us. Okay, so comment down a thumbs up and we are going to follow this right now in the comment session, so that I will be sure that this is going to help you. Okay, similarly, see, now the chapter starts, that's nationalism in India. It's not Indian, it's India, and we have dates as follows. However, the date in this chapter was so many. Like if we talk about Gandhiji is returning to India, even that specific date is also mentioned here. Champaran Satyagraha, Kheda, Ahmedabad, we have Rowlatt Act, right? But pay attention, Rowlatt Act 1919. Then we have on 6th of April, Rowlatt Satyagraha, and on 13th of April, it's Jallianwala Bagh Massacre. Pay attention, my dear students. For the chapter Rise of Nationalism in India, other than year, okay, specific dates are also important, because see, like 6th of April, 13th of April, March 1919, December 1920, September 19, and really you will feel that what is this year, what's going on. So to solve that problem, you can use this. Okay. Then we have the chapter Nationalism in India. We have more such dates. We have total 26 dates from this chapter. And then print culture in the modern world. This is very important, students. The chapter seems to be boring, so you miss sometimes reading it very thoroughly. Okay, so for that purpose you can use all those dates written over here, right? In making of global world, not so much dates were there, because only 1.1, 1.2 and 1.3 is coming, right? The major part of the stress from history is over. Now we are moving to civics. See, I have not found any important date from economics, but yes, I have found certain important dates from civics and geography. If we talk about civics, we have power sharing, we have federalism, gender, religion and caste, political parties, okay, outcomes of democracy, all these chapters to be assessed in your board exam. And from that, don't worry, because the list is not so long from this. Events are such here and the dates are such here, okay? Recall them. It will be helpful for you. Moving to geography. Similarly, we have this geography too. So, I hope that this video is going to be a game changer in your strategy for your board exams. And if you really need anything else from my side, I'll be there. Before the dates wala part, I have made a video on all image based questions. There are around 30 image based questions and very helpful for you. All the images taken from your NCERT book, which will help you to understand how the question comes from the topic. Other than that, on Deeksha Vedantu, we are going live every weekdays for ACATS. Right now it's a series of Operation 95 Plus going on. You can join that too, and you can watch all my one shots rapid revision for your SST preparation. So tata bye bye from your SST teacher Tanvi Ma'am. Meet you soon with the next strategy video that is going to help you for your exams. Until then, subscribe Deeksha Vedantu if you have not done up till now, because all the notifications, you should be the person who gets it first. Okay, bye bye.